has a navigation problem all on a clipboard, which is strapped to their thigh. So it would show the three base legs, the triangle shape, that they would fly. And he said chances of 5 officers making the same errors is pretty small. And what happened was the flight experienced compass malfunctions. And that's significant because something's going on that same day with their compasses on another flight. And what happened with them was they got confused and they ended up landing at Morrison Field, which is now Palm Beach International Airport, instead of Fort Lauderdale. And they blamed it on the compasses, but they said they were completely bewildered because they thought for sure it was Fort Lauderdale. And apparently they were all fairly confused, mainly probably because the compasses had been acting up. And so they were like 50 miles off course when they got back. They could have just flown in their planes only 20 minutes away, but they were all mentally confused. So that's something that I don't think a lot of people knew about either on that separate flight. So then they asked him the question, do you think the planes could ditch successfully in the ocean under the weather conditions prevailing? Now, most people that think that they sank, they think it was way too rough, and that's why they disappeared. But this man says that he's absolutely positive they could have survived it. He said that they've never lost the pilot or crewman due to an inability of an aircraft or crew to properly ditch. He said most pilots claim that the bomber could actually land better on water with the wheels up than it did on the runway with the wheels down. See, it was a real solid plane, and so when it landed, they've got videos showing it, and they would, in the water, they have videos, and the pilots and crew were constantly trained to ditch at sea.
I've been volunteering here for 20 years, and all the people that made this museum have passed away, and we've carried it on. Obviously, Naval Air Station Fort Lauderdale is where Flight 19 flew out of. Really started the whole Bermuda Triangle mystery, although a lot of things had happened earlier that were brought to light once this big tragedy happened. So we get a lot of people sending us their thoughts on it and theories on it, and Bruce is one. And but there are people spending a lot of money looking for it still. They're out there diving, searching, researching, and that's going to continue. The History Channel just finished their second season of, I think it was 8 episodes. They're going to do another season. So. And they've come here multiple times. A bunch of these different film organizations getting information that we have, including some of these documents I've given Bruce, but it just all points towards some strange goings on that day.
Like this ancient timepiece, what causes the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle is all about space and time. The hourglass has the same shape as Einstein's theory of a wormhole. In the hourglass, the sand travels from one side to the other. But in the wormhole, the difference is time and space can be altered inside a wormhole, but not inside an hourglass like this. But the shape of the two cones are similar, and both have to do with time and space. The electronic fog can have a different effects on different humans. When I experienced it in 1970, my passenger became incoherent with his speech. My father was my co-pilot, and he was a licensed pilot also. And he went into a state of panic. So this electronic fog can do different things to different people. Another aberration it can give pilots is spatial disorientation, which often ends in a graveyard spiral and death. And it can also make you pass out. Flight 19's flight paths are classic examples of being caught in electronic fog. After they left Bimini and started heading east, the electronic fog must have attached to them. They probably didn't notice something was wrong with their compasses until after they made that first turn to the north, and the visibility changed and they started to become disoriented. After they passed over the islands of Abaco and Grand Bahama, Taylor mistook them for the Florida Keys, and they became even more confused. They started taking a series of turns, and this is a classic mistake that pilots make when they're inside the electronic fog. As soon as they realized something was wrong, they should have made only one turn to the west and never turn again until reaching Florida. Many pilots have been inside electronic fog, and many have lived to tell the tale. Some have died along with their passengers and mysteriously vanished without a trace. Others have gone to another space and time.